Alright, today we're going to do a little bit of a quick review and a little CCU update. For those that don't know, especially if you're new to the game, you can buy your typical starter pack, for instance. Let's say here. You could go to shop, go to the pledge store. You can go game packages here. Typically, when I'm buying packages, what I'm looking for is lifetime, which usually means war bond. You can get the Intrepid starter pack right now, which has lifetime insurance. If you actually click on it, you see it has lifetime insurance. Actually comes with 20,000 UEC. And it comes with a paint as well. Well, a couple of them actually. So that's actually a pretty good deal. It's got ACU. It's not necessarily what I would consider the best starter. I still maintain that the cutter is the best starter right now. But unfortunately, even the Warbond version is only 120 a month. So that's still 10 years. So either one of those will get you going. However, what do we do when we want to move from that? So let's say, for instance, you have a... Let's do it this way. We'll click on ship upgrades. Let's say you have the Intrepid. Let's spell it right first. All right. So here in the right is the list of ships currently on the store that you are eligible to upgrade to. And the way this works is you would actually take your base value of your ship. In this case, they're valuing the Intrepid at $65. Now, you didn't pay that, so you're already going to see some savings. And then you pick what you want to move to. So let's say, for instance, I started with the Intrepid. 8 SCU is not enough for me. I want to go a little bit bigger. Let's say I want to go for, let's say a C1 Spirit. So I can pick multiple versions. This one has 120. But because we already have lifetime on the Intrepid, this one will still have the lifetime as well. Now, if you have store credit, you can just pick a standard store credit one like this. Or in this case, you can get the best in show one. That even comes with a poster and whatever else. So we already have the lifetime insurance. So other than saving some money, like fresh money, we could go with the war bond. But since we're not worried about that, and we have store credit, for instance, just saying you might, you can pick one of these other two. This one automatically comes with stuff, so we'll go ahead and grab it. So now, even though that's a $125 ship, and the war bond's a little less than that, but I can actually get it now for just an additional $60, and it will replace the Intrepid. Now, the way that works is you don't actually replace it automatically. You would actually get an upgrade. So the upgrade would show up like this. Like here, we can just show you a few upgrades here. So upgrades. So let's say I wanted to take, we'll just go down to the bottom here. So I would actually go in here. I would apply upgrade. I would select the specific ship that I'm replacing, which in this case an SRB that was upgraded from a Fury MX, and then I would click on that and I would hit next, and that would actually upgrade to the new ship. Keep in mind that if the ship is not released, like the Ironclad in this case, you'll get whatever the loaner is, which we can cover also because that's probably a good thing to know. So if the ship is not released, you'll get whatever the loaner is. So in this case, the Ironclad Assault would give me a Caterpillar. I already have a Caterpillar from another one, so I'm not going to apply the upgrade yet. I'm going to wait until the Ironclad releases, or they give it a different loaner. So that's one of the ways you can play that game. So in the meantime, let's say maybe I don't want to do the C1. Maybe I want to do something else. Let's see. I know the Terrapin Medical just came out, so maybe I want that because I want to do solo bunkers. So I can actually go in here. I can pick the Terrapin Medical. Um, Again, I can pick either one of these. If I want to save money, I don't have any store credit, I'll pick the War Bond. So now I'll have to pay an additional 135. But if you add these up, it does not come to 220. So if I actually add the additional 135 and the 65, well, now I'm looking at 200. So I've saved 20 bucks. Plus, I saved the original cost of the Intrepid, which was only like 52, I think. So I saved 13 there. So now, all told, for this Terrapin Medic, I've actually saved like $32 on this. So I got a $220 ship for a lot less. And that goes for pretty much anything. Let's say you set your sights really high. Let's say I want to go for something really far down the list here. That's more expensive. So let's say I want to go for a Star Lancer. So if I go to the War Bond, that's 160. So now I'm at what is it? 225. So I've saved $25 there plus the original 12 or 13 or whatever. So now I've actually saved a good amount as well. And I have a bigger ship that actually has 228 SU capacity for cargo. So that's how the CCUs work. If you don't own a ship but you want to buy a CCU, let's say I don't know that I'm going to want a Terrapin Medical. But I do want to be able to get the War Bond version of it if I change my mind later. So I can go in here, I can select the War Bond version, and then I can go click on all ships or my ships, whichever. So I can click on all ships and scroll all the way down to the bottom here. And now I can actually get the Zeus MR. And now I'm only looking at a $10 CCU. Now, I will have to build the chain at some point for the Zeus MR in order to get that. So let's say, for instance, and this is where CCU Game comes in. So ccugame.app, you can actually go in here and you can create chains. Well, first off, you can install the app and you can refresh your hangar and so forth in here. And that'll actually list what you have in your hangar. Then you can go in here and hit create chain. You can select these different options. Obviously, you see I didn't have much in here that I did it. I did current highest savings. You can go long term if you want to go over a couple of big sales. You can select the ship automatically. I'm going to prefer LTI. And then let's say I bought this upgrade here, and now I want to get the chain for the Zeus MR. So I can go in here, select the target ship, and go in here and hit Zeus. The MR is 190, and I can create a chain. So now, according to this, I need $155. So $155 on a $190 ship. So now I've saved an additional $35 there. So if you look at, this is showing 190, I'm paying $10. So that means I've saved $20 there. And now I've saved 35 here. So now I've saved $55 instead. So now that Anvil Terrapin Medic that I got, instead of being a $220 ship, I now paid like what, $165 for it instead. So that's how it's going to work. And the nice thing about it is if you click this button and you're logged into the RSI site, this will automatically add all of these to your store like this. Watch. So it'll open up the window, and there you go. All of those that I need. So the actual starter ship that I'm starting, or the original starting point with the lifetime insurance, all the upgrades, all the way up through to that Zeus MR. Now remember, we had already bought this upgrade, so it's not in there. But now if we buy this for $166.27 for our taxes here, now I've actually got about $165 for $220 ship. So that's pretty much how the CCUs work. That's the quickest, easiest way I can do it. Point it out and show you how it works. And you can do this without a starter pack, but you have to have the starter pack. And with that being said, if you do want to sign up for the game and you want to play, feel free to use my code here. It's also in the description for the video. And you can click on that link. It'll take you there if you haven't signed up for Star Citizen yet. Put that referral code in. That'll give you an extra 5,000. So now if we go with the, let's see. So the CSV, oh, CSM, nope. Hold on. So the ship that we actually started out for that package, oh, that's why it's not showing up. We want to go to standalone ships. So if we go to the CSV, SM, so let's say we picked up the War Bond. This symbol right here means you're a subscriber. That's the subscriber store. Or is that? I think that's subscriber. Might be concierge. I think it's subscriber. We'll see. Let me look here. Subscriber store. Oh, maybe not. That might be the concierge. Anyway, irregardless. So let's say you go into the War Bond one here. And this one, unlike the starter pack, because that was a starter pack, this one does not come with any extra money. So if you actually bought a starter pack, and then you actually, or you sign up with this referral code, get a starter pack as well. So in the case of like the Intrepid, you would get your 20,000 there, and then you would get an additional 5,000 for the referral. So now you would start out with 25,000 UEC. Most of these packages, you'll start out like 1,000. So if we go back into the store, and we go into starter packs, if you go with these just default packs that they have in here, like let's say the cutter, you'll see it starts with 1,000 UEC. That's it. And that's what most of them start with. So if you're not gonna buy the Intrepid, then that's the way to go. All right. So that's pretty much just a quick down and dirty for CCUs and how to get started if you want. And you can actually do this over just IAE, that we've already got all the war bonds and CCUs in place now that you can get. There'll be some additional ones over the next couple of days until IAE officially ends. And you can save a fortune. I mean, I know one person who got a Hull D for like $90. And it literally costs 500 is the value on it. So it just depends on what kind of what you're looking at. So for instance, if I did the same chain with an ironclad, we'll just go with an ironclad assault. If I did the same chain with an ironclad assault, you can see that the ironclad assault is a $535 ship, and you're getting it here for $415. So that's $120 savings. And that's just because you're putting together all of these CCUs to get it. And of that, you have to have at least $95 in new money because of the war bond purchases. War bond means new money. If it's not war bond, then you can buy it with store credit. If it is war bond, you have to put new money in. And a lot of times people will say that LTI doesn't matter, but it really does. When the game actually goes live, they've already covered the insurance, which I've done a video on already, if you're interested in that. But the basic insurance, which comes with, whether it's LTI, 6 month, whatever, you get back just the ship itself. no upgrades, anything like that. So it'll be that ship, the stock components. So you'll always get that back no matter what. Um, LTI means that you always have that insurance no matter what. If you don't have LTI and your insurance runs out, your free insurance, then that means you usually have to make some kind of a premium payment to recover your ship after that insurance lapses. The fact that you bought it on the pledge store means that it's going to be warranted, which means you'll actually get the ship back instead of the money. But again, that's covered in the video I did on the insurance. So just keep that in mind. I try to make sure that everything I purchase is LTI, unless it's like a little cheap, like Atlas mech suit, which doesn't cost much to buy in game. But definitely any bigger ships need LTI. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I could probably go on and on and on about this game, but we're going to try to keep this reasonable. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. If you got any suggestions that the users or viewers might like, go ahead and share them. Other than that, have a nice day.